Should be here anytime now. Come in. Why, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, good.
Awesome. Great. I like your outfit you have.
I wouldn't call it an outfit, but
Everyday attire?
every day.
Is that your stand or some shit? Like,
It bleeds.
okay.
Perfect. My name is Bentley.920. This is North Coast Records, and we're here to hear why we need to be in your club.
West Coast. West Coast. West Coast.
No, North Coast.
You know Ice Cube?
No. So, this is Jack, and this is Bernice. And they'll be here helping me with the interview, okay?
And Black. I mean Jack.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, that works.
So, let's start with your name.
Kyle. Kyle.
Wait, what?
Kyle.
Wait, what?
Alright. Kyle Ren.
Kyler Red.
This is getting frustrating. You should know me.
No, I've never heard of you before. Have you guys heard of?
No, I think he auditioned last year though. I remember
I
this
swear.
ridiculous ass outfit. The fuck.
It's You came in a yellow outfit like that before, correct? Last year you were?
No.
No. Was that your
I created the new Death Star.
Oh.
Okay.
the Death Star?
This isn't my real voice. This is my real voice.
Okay.
But they forced me to talk like this.
Well,
Okay.
Contrast.
a little crazy.
Contrast.
what are you trying to do here?
Okay. So, my employees come up to me. They're like, Kylo, it's boring in here. It's only country music. Like, did you hear about the Las Vegas shooting? And I'm like, I gotta liven it up in here. And hip hop music is it. So, you're the right diverse man for the job.
Wait. I'm the right color?
Diverse man for the job.
That's what. You know what? I'm just not feeling you. Get out.
What? What?
Scram. Make like a banana and split.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Damn.
Rap your little rap, go ahead smoke your little weed. Drink on your bottle and hang with your niggas. Rap your little rap, go ahead smoke your little weed. Drink on your bottle and hang with your niggas. You was on the come up, but now you on the come down. Meanwhile, I was in the studio with Mag, laying tracks. Put them in the bag, put them in the bag. Got some shit that you ain't never heard. Where'd you find that?
Welcome to Kickin It with Tyree. I'm here with the artist Bentley.920.
Yeah. It's good.
We'll be coming to you today with an interview with him, getting up close and personal with him, just getting to know him a little bit. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. This is awesome to be on the show with you. I'm excited to dive into anything that you want to know about me, and just answer questions. Be that guy. So yeah.
Gotcha, man. It's one question off the top. I just wanted to. What got you started? What was the first time you were like, I want to go into music?
The first thing that really pushed me to do music was my mom. My mom was a big force and big factor behind me getting involved in music, just because she always surrounded me by music. She always wanted me listening to music. She always wanted me performing. It sounds really weird, but it was just from a young age, me just loving, as weird as it sounds, the Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, stuff like that. that's what kind of slowly got me started in singing and like teaching myself how to like carry a note and stuff like that. So she was, I would say, a huge pushing factor behind like everything that's I'm involved with music wise.
Like, I know you've been doing music for about 5 years, off top of I can remember. What was the first song you put out?
The first song I made was called Buddha High, and it was made my like junior year summer when I was just moving back here to go to Pulaski. I stayed in a foster home at the time, and I went to school, and I was only allowed to go to school and come back home. And if I wanted to hang out with friends, I had to like have their parents talk to my foster parents, and then blah blah blah. But anyways, I met these two kids named Lee and Zach, and shout out to Lee and Zach wherever y'all at. Man, they really like hip hop music, and they seen the direction I wanted to go into. Even being that young, they were like, come over to our house, like let's hang out. And I'm like, I gotta have approval first, blah blah blah. So his mom was really cool. She talked to them, my foster parents, and we started hanging out. So I go there after school, I catch the bus to his house, and it was around late October, November. We would sit in his garage and we'd smoke cigarettes because I couldn't smoke cigarettes in my foster home. I thought I was a badass, but we smoked cigarettes in his garage, and he would literally just make beats on his laptop. He didn't have a nice laptop. It froze up sometimes, but we would just make these beats, and it was really, really cool because it was the first time that I actually got to sit with someone and learn how to make a beat. Like before that, I was just like rapping covers and rapping over instrumentals and rapping over people that are already got the song made, just rapping over their vocal, like it just wasn't there for me yet. So what he did was he brought me in there, and he's like, okay, this is how you make sounds, and this is how you put shit together. And then Zach was just like, he was kind of the visionary behind everything. Like he was like, okay, Lee, you got this and this sound. Bentley, you got this sound. Let me just mix this up really quick and put it together and see how it sounds. So yeah, with Buddha High, we made it in the same day. We sat down, and literally I got to hit his house at 3:30. We practiced until 7, and then by the end it was done. And then I recorded it also on his laptop, so it's pretty cool. It sounds really, really bad mix and master quality, but it's the first song, and I feel so proud of it because it's like I made everything with that song. Like now I just buy beats from producers and I gotta reach out to people, but it was like with that, like everything was me, like in them, like made from the ground up, no samples, no buying, like that was us, and it was my lyrics. And yeah, it was just, yeah, to look back on it, it's kind of really, really funny, to be honest, because it's like Buddha High, I smoke every day, stuck on my Buddha High, rub my tummy, I'm hungry, call that shit the Buddha munchies. Like that's the beginning of the song. So it was like, yeah, I was just little, and I didn't know what I was doing, but I know that I wanted to be in the studio and I wanted to be making beats. So like that literally like cemented me in there. Okay, this is where I'm going.
Another question I had, looking back to that first song, how do you think you progressed to where you are now with Unsigned, Unheard too?
I think I learned a lot, man. I think I learned a lot. Through a lot of trials and tribulations, through a lot of losing of money, through a lot of messing with people that I know didn't have my best interest, through janky promoters. I just learned a lot, man. I really wish I could keep it to how I had it before, though. With Buddha High, I made that from the ground up, and it's like a professional artist. Like that's what a professional artist is doing. Like my friend, I don't know if you know him, but his name's Ishtar. But he sits in the studio for 12-hour sessions, and he's with Candice Major, another friend of mine that is with them. But Candice Major's the producer, and he'll make the beat there. 12 hours, you sit in the studio. And it's like, when we were that little, we took 4 hours and did what you could do in 12, but we didn't know what we was doing, and we still came up with something that I feel like, I still like. But yeah, just evolving in the aspect of being in the studio compared to being in a garage, working with professional people compared to working with someone that says they're gonna do something and never does it. Getting getting venues and places booked is a lot easier now. Like coming up with Buddha High and stuff like that, it was like, okay, you're not really rapping about anything, it's kind of frivolous, it's not really have any meaning behind it. And then it was like, over me, that junior year to come into where I'm 23 now, it's like, I really just had to figure out what I wanted to do, because the whole time I was doing it for other people, or I felt like I was doing it just to say that I'm a rapper, and it's like now I'm just doing it to just do it. Like, this is what I want to do. This is what I want my life to be. Like, this is everything to me. It's like my baby, and before it was just like, this is a hobby. I'm just kicking around, play with it a little bit and then leave it there type stuff. So that's how I feel like I really changed, starting with that Buddha High, and then now it's like, I'm just more serious about it. I'm more, okay, let's get this, and this done, rather than, okay, I'm just gonna get this done and I'm gonna wait and see how that reaction goes over with the people. It's like, no, like, I got this planned and this planned and this planned. So it's like, you always seeing me. I'm always at that forefront, in front of people and trying to make a positive difference,
So you, how do you go about the creative process of making a song? Like, what is the first thing you do?
Lots of blunts. Blunts on blunts. I'm not playing. Blunts. Anyone that knows me knows I only smoke blunts. Don't smoke bongs, bowls, papers.
I know that for sure.
Hookahs. No, I don't do none of that. It's blunts. And it sounds cliche, but just the weed that I smoke. I live down Colorado. I just moved back to Oshkosh, but I lived down Colorado for 9 months. Smoked weed literally every day, and it's just a lifestyle out there. And it was just like, weed does something to me, to some people it doesn't, and they don't feel like they need it. With me, I feel like I need it to be creative, whether that sounds good or bad. I'll smoke 2 blunts back to back, and I'll be searching for beats on YouTube or a beat site, or talking to a producer, and we'll just be shooting ideas off of each other's heads, always smoking, and then that puts me in my zone. And then once I'm in that zone and I hear a beat that's like clicks with me, it's just like, I'm already in it and I'm ready to go, So it's like, I'll start with 2 blunts, I'll find that beat, I'll hear it come on, boom. It's like light bulb goes off, I'm rolling 2 more blunts, smoking them, listening to the beat over and over and over and over and over again, repeating my lines, like just slowly starting to fill it in, like a fill in the blank, like I'm smoke. Okay, you know what I mean? Like, that's my creative process. I don't like being around a lot of people. I really like working just by myself, just because it's like, you don't got to keep handing the blunt to you. You don't got to keep handing it to me. You ain't really a lot of talking going on. It's just me focused, because like when I'm doing my thing, it's like I'm repeating a lot of my lines over and over and over again, because it's like, with me, with some people, I feel like they go in the studio and they like need that time to practice over and over. And it's like, me, I'm already practicing when I'm just first writing my song, practicing over and over and over again. So when I get in the studio, we doing it 1, 2, 3 takes, boom, done. We're not doing 6, 10 takes, deleting this, deleting that. It's like, I already got my wording done, I already got my ad-libs, I already got how I'm gonna stack the beat or stack my vocals, and I already know how I'm gonna end it, if I'm gonna talk or say something, or I'm gonna give a shout out. It's like, I already got that in my head, but it's like, just me being ADHD, I feel like, just makes me want to have stuff planned like that. Like, just, I thought out, like, some people just go into it like, okay, we go in the studio, they sit in the studio, listen to the beat 1,000 times, may not even get none recorded. It's like, with me, I'm different. Like, I'm coming to the studio to work. Like, you can just chill at your crib and do all that stuff that you're doing at the studio. When you're in the studio, it's time that's meant to work. Yeah. The socializing can come later, So that's just how I feel about it in my process.
Come in. Hello.
Ming Ming.
Okay. Meet.
Meet.
How are you?
Meet.
Alrighty. My name's Bentley. What's your name?
Meet.
Okay. I see where this is going.
Wait.
Can you?
I took Polly's side. I know exactly what he's talking about.
Meet.
Okay. He's saying his name is DeMarcus. Right?
DeMarcus. So DeMarcus.
Wait, no.
Meet.
No. He said something about Barney. Sorry, I'm rusty.
I thought that's what I.
Right.
Gotcha. Oh, okay, Barney. We're here with North Coast Records. My name's Bentley.920. I'm the head exec. This is my right hand man, Jack, and this is Bernice. Any questions for me?
What the fuck? What are you saying? Meet. If you don't get your meet ass out of here, the fuck? No, motherfucker. I don't know what the fuck meet means. Me? Bitch, get your ass out of here.
You said you look ugly. That's what he said.
Okay. Nah, nigga, fuck you. Meet, motherfucker.
Trigger's gone.
Yeah, let's meet, motherfucker.
Watch out the door.
Alrighty, tell me a little bit about Unsigned Unheard. Too. What was the creative process on that? Like, what made you come up with that name?
Unsigned and Unheard 2 is a sequel to Unsigned and Unheard 1. Unsigned and Unheard, the name is just like, I mean, I guess it's self-explanatory, but it's just like, I'm unsigned and I'm unheard. Like, I feel like no one's hearing me. Like, I'm spitting some of my realest stuff, like really bringing some stuff out of me, and I have a lot more, but it's like, that's what this was meant to do. It was meant for people to hear me, to be my outlet to the industries and all that stuff. And that's what really started Unsigned and Unheard. The first one, I had a hit Bombay and Lemonade on it. Has a lot of plays on SoundCloud and stuff like that. And seeing that, it just kind of like was like, okay, you know, I got some traction. And then the second mixtape from Unsigned and Unheard 1 was 920's Most Wanted. So that's just like our area code, like how I'm the most wanted. Like 920's Most Wanted, like I'm Unsigned and Unheard, now I'm the most wanted. And then it was like, I just did that second project, 920's Most Wanted, because it was like I was saying before, it's like I just wanted to be wanted, you know what I mean? I wanted to just fit in, I wanted to just be that nigga type shit. And it was like, you know, 920's Most Wanted wasn't me, it was a rush project. I got it done in 2 months. It was a tough time in my life, I feel like, because I was at a studio that I didn't really like. The engineer was just doing it because he wanted to get some extra money. He wasn't doing it because he liked it. So it's just like, damn, like this isn't me. So after 920's Most Wanted dropped, I went through a time. I was just like, this isn't the music that I like. I didn't like playing it around anyone, and I took 2 years off. And I went to Denver, moved to Door County for a summer, and spent time up there and just got away from everything, like literally just moved on my own, you know, just got my mind right. And then I came back to it and I'm like, I still got so much to offer. Like, let me try this again. Let me do Unsigned and Unheard 2. And like, I started that idea out in Denver. I was just like, you know what? I need one more. Just see one more, see if I can put it together. And started working on it in Denver and then got it finished here, obviously in Oshkosh. But it's just, this project means so much to me because I like playing every song. I like showing people the project. I love where I recorded. Shout out to the Vault MKE, Enrique Rodriguez, Magic, whatever you want to call him. That's my dude. Just everything, the whole process behind this, the creative process, me making the music, being in the studio in Milwaukee where I have professional quality. I have someone that really is focusing on making me sound the best that I can sound, without any distortions or EQ leveling or any of that stuff. So it's just like with this one, I I was just happy. And then when it dropped, to see the response that it got, a lot of people, shouting it out, a lot of people emailing me, wanting me to, come different places to perform and stuff. It was just like, wow, okay, like I got this. Okay, I got a grip on it again. I'm not trying to like fit in. I'm not trying to be this person. I'm trying to be that. Like, I'm just trying to be myself, and I'm trying to represent for Oshkosh. Like, I felt like before I was trying to like migrate to places where famous artists were just to be popping. Like, Chicago was popular with the drill music at one time. I wanted to move to Chicago, you know what I mean? Be a drill rapper. And then it's like, oh, well, now this type of music's, bumping. Like, I want to be this type of person. And it was like, no, you just got to be yourself. You got to represent for Oshkosh, because Oshkosh doesn't have a name for itself. And everything will pan itself out from there. And if it doesn't, then it wasn't meant to be. And if it does, then it's meant to be. That's kind of like how I look at things. I'm not going to force the issue on anything. I'm just let it be. Let it unfold itself.
You said that you're close friends with Ishtar. How did you come in contact with Ishtar and become like friends with him?
I met Ishtar. It's about 2.5 years ago now. I met him at Spring Splash, which is an event that Whitewater hosts every year in the spring. And I just seen him. I was out there. I went to Spring Splash to like try to DJ an event. It was just like at the time I had my car. I didn't really have a lot of friends with me. No one really wanted to go to Whitewater, so I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go myself. And if I find an event, I find an event. So I went there and didn't have anywhere to stay, so I didn't like go anywhere right when I got there. I just literally walked around, and he was like one of the, say like 10 people I seen when I first got there. It was him, Emad, Budadar, his manager Mag, Jew, and then when they were just standing there, and I was like, I knew of who he was, but I didn't know of him exactly at the time. Like, I didn't know he was that poppin'. But I was just like, hey, bro, like, I hear you're performing. Literally went up to him, was like, hey, I hear you're performing. I just want to, wish you good luck, bro. And, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. And he's like, thank you. And I literally just went the other way. And I was just, like, walking by myself again. And I stopped by the McDonald's. And everyone in Whitewater will know this, but it's the Main Street McDonald's. And literally the house right next to it was hosting Ishtar. So I was like eating it, and I got done, and I was walked over there because there were people there setting up, and I'm like, oh, do you guys need any help with the sound? Blah, blah, blah. They're like, yeah, if you can help us set up the soundboard and get this sound right, you can stay here and stay behind this backstage little area. It's like a porch. And I was like, okay, cool. So I helped them with the sound. We got the testing, and then Ishtar came through. And they're like, yeah, Ishtar's from where. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what's up. So then I was like, still didn't know him and like know his capabilities. So I was just like, okay, like I guess, like yeah, I'll just sit up here and chill. And literally, that from there was history. Like he performed. Like I was literally like on the porch with him the whole time, vibing it up. I did a backflip off the porch, which like made him think it was really cool, and everyone just thought it was cool. Like everyone was vibing with it. And then he was getting towards the end of his set, and the cops pulled up, like 3 cops pulled up, and he had like 200 kids in the front yard, 250. And all the kids literally turn around, and they see the cops pull up, and they throw their beers at him. So everyone, like 200 kids throwing all their beers at these cop cars, and we just book it. And like we're running, like just running, just trying to get away. And like when I'm running, like I'm keeping up to them. Like we're like running in a little group, and then we slow down, and he's like, what you did back there was dope. Like the backflip, just making sure the sound was dope. He's like, give me your number, boom. And it's like from there, it's just like we kicked it all the time. Literally, like I've never met someone that's famous that's so cool. I've met a lot of famous people, but he was just from him switching numbers to me. Like he didn't even have to do it. He didn't have to be like, oh bro, here's my phone, put your number in it. Like he could have been like, oh bro, thanks for helping us back there, boom, we out of here.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, all of them like huddled around me, and they was like, bro, blah blah blah, here's the number, let's kick it. So from there I went home, and then like a month, like 2-3 weeks, a month later, I hit him up. I'm like, hey, what's good? I'm coming down to Milwaukee. I'm gonna be with my girl. What you trying to do? You trying to kick it? Like, you got anything going on? I just want to, chill. And he's like, yeah, he invited me to Weston Rich's. It's his photographer place. And he was doing a photo shoot that day. And yeah, we literally kicked it with everyone. And from that day, it was just like everyone was fam. Everyone, whenever I'm down there, they like hit us up. Or whenever they come here to Oshkosh, they just performed here recently and I opened up for them. They take a liking to me, and it's cool because I'm seeing someone that's already made it. And I'm kind of seeing the foundation and the steps you got to go through to be where he's at. And it's just cool to have someone like that I can ask questions and that can be a mentor to me, that I can reach out and touch. You know what I mean? He ain't on TV all the time. Like, you know what I mean? It's just really cool. Oh, and he's in a movie too. Y'all need to go check that out. White Boy Rick comes out this winter. Yeah, gotta give him that promo though. Shout out H-Star too. Shout out the whole CCM actually. Cream City Motion. Represent.
What do you have coming next? What can you followers, fans expect from you next? Because
what can't they expect? Shit, no, I'm just playing. Just a whole lot of music, man. I'm working on a whole lot of music. I was watching a pod interview on Everyday Struggle with Joe Budden and DJ Academics, and they had 2 Chainz on there. And they were saying, like, 2 Chainz, like, how you keep your music frequent, how you keep it hot, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, literally because every time I get a hit or I know I got a hit, he's like, it's like a hourglass. He's like, as soon as I drop it, he's like, I flip the hourglass. And he's like, I got that much time to drop another one or come out with another project to keep people entertained. And it's like, with me, that's the point that I'm at. I'm more trying to focus myself on the business side with the logistics and all this stuff of it, but I'm also trying to keep my content fresh, new, and, you know, exciting to people. So when I'm working on EP, LP, whatever you want to call it, I want to do that. But a lot of people have been putting names on things like LP or EP, and I just want to drop projects. You know what I mean? I feel like the mixtape game is kind of expiring. Like, nobody really be dropping mixtapes anymore. Like, that was feel like a Lil Wayne era or something. So it's like, now I'm just working on projects, little groups of music that I can drop that have a certain vibe to it. Okay, this group of 3 songs have all about love. This 3 groups of songs is about my street hustle coming from Missouri and the east side of St. Louis, and then this part of it's about, you know, what I'm thankful for, like my family and my friends and the food that I got in my mouth and the roof that I got on my and clothes on my back. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm really trying to hone into, is just picking different lanes and really attacking them with my music so that I can show that I'm different. You know, I'm not just gang bang blah 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 blah, or I'm not just love you baby, lovey dovey love. Like, there's just multiple aspects of me, and like, I want to slowly expand that, and that's where I feel like I'm at with the new content. Is like, I got a lot of music. I'd say about 8 songs that I have written and done. I just got to record them, and those songs are just waiting because it's like, I want to make sure it's the right vibe. I want to make sure that I put enough time into promoting my new music that's coming out. I got cover art, or I got X, Y, and Z done so that when I drop this song, I can do a show right away or something. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of where my head's at. And my management that helps me take care of the business side. Like, I just got management a month and a half ago. And it's like, ever since I've had that, it's like everything else is coming so easy. Come in. Well, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Doing fantabulous.
Good.
My name is Bentley.920, and I work with North Coast Records, and we're basically here to see why we should be in your club. What was your name again?
Jared.
Jared. Awesome. Nice to meet you, Jared. This is Jack, my right-hand man, and
Jack.
my publicist, Bernice.
Bernice.
Yes. So, what's something that separates you from all these other wannabe promoters we've had in here today?
See, we are a group of magicians, and we bring in a crowd just doing tricks. But we thought, let's liven it up. Have some hip-hop acts. Yeah. And it's around this time we get a thirst
And we just wanted to quench our thirst.
So you think we can be your thirst quenchers?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Tuesday.
you're a magician. I mean, you must have a magic trick or something you could show us. I mean, while we're here.
Check your pocket.
Oh my God! Damn! What
Yo.
the hell
Is it a Bible?
What? Why do?
Did you really carry around a Bible?
No, this.
Bible.
What? He just put this. Why do we need this?
You need Jesus.
Why?
You don't believe in us.
Are you a mind reader too? Like,
What? Dude?
What?
We do everything.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna give this back to you, and we're gonna need you to get out of here.
You need me to leave?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me know if any of your friends. Let me know.
See ya.
Just to close out here, how can they get in contact with you, followers, fans? How can they get in contact with you? How can they get in contact with your management?
Yeah. If you ever want to have me at a show, you want to check out my music, go to SoundCloud, Bentley.920. I'll pop up right away. Or you can go to Bandcamp, Bentley.920. You can go to YouTube, Bentley.920. If you want a show, you want a private party, you want a birthday, you want a wedding, you want me to sing at a wedding, I'm a good singer, I promise. Just reach out to K Baird Management, KBAIRD Management @gmail.com for all booking and inquiries and stuff like that, features, songs, hooks, anything. And we have a rapid response rate, so don't feel like you're gonna be sitting on red for a couple days. Like, my management gets back to people in time. But yeah, and I just want to say thank you to the people that are seeing this. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for having me, Tyree. You know, I really appreciate just being on this platform and being able to express myself to people that don't really know me and want a chance to get to know me. And yeah, I'm always going to represent for Oshkosh, the 920. And yeah, Bentley.920, this bitch. Blunts. Lots of blunts. Smoke blunts. It's my thing for y'all.
Thank you for tuning in to Kickin It with Tyree. We'll be concluding this interview. Have a nice day. Shout out to Catherine Baird.
Yeah.
I said rap your little rap, go ahead smoke your little weed. Drink on your bottle and hang with your niggas. Rap your little rap, go ahead smoke your little weed. Drink on your bottle and hang with your niggas. You was on the come up, but now you on the come down. Meanwhile, I was in the studio with Mag, laying tracks. Put them in the bag, put them in the bag. Got some shit that you ain't never heard, where'd you find that?
Me.